Hello, and welcome to the National Model Aviation Museum's first ever flyby. My name is Claire Aldenhuysen. I am the Museum Education Specialist, and I have a special guest and a special object for you guys.
My name is Todd Lee. I'm a control line modeler. I've been an AMA member since 1981. And what we have here with us today is Steve Wooley's 1960 Arcus. It was his World Championship model that he used in 1960 and 66. It's a very special model, not only because of its lineage, but also the construction method used. The I-beam wing with the multifaceted covering, very impressive visually, and also the history attached with it. Steve's other model, the Cobra, is out in the museum on display, which he used at the 1968 World Championships. I'm here today doing research for a personal project, making sure that I have all the dimensional accuracy and as much feel for the originality of the model and construction techniques, and just really a special day and a special visit.
What inspired you to recreate the Arcus?
Well, I tell you what, I've never built an I-beam model for the stunt event, and I've flown this event pretty much my entire life. So having seen the original magazine article, it just kind of captured my imagination, the way the model looked. And the more I researched it, looking to build this model, I discovered that there was actually a marked difference between what was published in 1961, the year after this model was flown at the World Championships, and this exact model. So now that brings me to today, that over the years I've been able to collect information both firsthand from modelers that were around Steve, and also a set of drawings that was developed from this exact model that differ from the published plans. So I've made templates to verify the accuracy of the airfoil between the drawings and this model and the published plans. I've done a lot of measurements, having cross sections and tracings from this model to verify the accuracy, making sure that some of the details that got changed or modified on this model are not exactly represented on the original published plans. And those are the things that are going to make a difference between an accurate model, not only as a replica, but also one that represents what Steve flew in competition. And that's really what I'm most interested in, of getting that feel of this is what he was really feeling, and this is his model, and I'm just trying to recreate that for my own purposes and my own enjoyment, whether it's competition or going out to enjoy the model.
Two-part question for you.
Sure.
The first one, when did you decide to recreate the Arcus?
Oh boy, I've got to say it was about 20 years ago when this model was documented on a set of plans that a very good friend of mine drew. And we were talking about I-beam models. He grew up in the Indianapolis area, which obviously close to Muncie, but very close in the Midwest to Cleveland and Detroit, where these models originated. And he had some very interesting points about the I-beam models. And then we started talking about the Arcus, and he said, you know, I have the original model that I was able to create drawings for, and it's a lot different than the magazine article, and nobody knew this. And it's like, what are you talking about? So all of a sudden it was kind of one of those D.B. Cooper moments of, wow, what really happened and what was going on? So that was 20 years ago. So this is a long, slow process, but something that's been kind of in the back of my mind as something that I've wanted to do for some time. And sitting here today, I mean, wow!
Yeah,
it's incredible to have this model here in front of me, and then think about building it and recreating it to bring to the flying field.
So when did you find out that we had this, the original model? How'd you feel?
Yeah,
Was it exciting?
It was incredible because I've been to the museum previously on multiple occasions. I've seen the Cobra, which is the next model in Steve's series. I knew the Argus was out in the world somewhere, but I didn't realize that it had been returned to the museum. So fortunately, good people here have been able to make this day possible, and here we are. Yeah. So it's incredible, and I can only imagine the jewels and pearls of wisdom that are waiting behind these walls. So it's kind of like the Ark of the Covenant here.
The Argus of the Covenant.
There you go. Exactly.
Can you tell me anything about the construction of this and how you're planning on emulating it in your reproduction?
Absolutely. Very unique to the Argus and all of the models of this type. It's called an I-beam wing. And fortunately and unfortunately, the covering has split apart because of the years of shrinkage, and we can see the major member in here is the spar.
Right.
And when it's viewed from the end, when we view it in profile, the main portion of the spar has caps top and bottom. So when you look at it, it looks like a capital I. Hence the I-beam.
Of course.
So that's
makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. The main structural component, and then to create the shape of the airfoil, at each station here is a rib. There's a full rib that goes from leading edge to trailing edge, and then there's a half rib that goes just past the spar.
I can see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that creates the contour of the wing for the airfoil, and also what that does, there's no sheeting, no solid sheeting on here, so it's very lightweight. And aesthetically, with the tissue paper covering, when it's out in the sunlight, it is immaculate to see. So that is definitely a signature part of this type of design, the I-beam designs, and it's very signature of that era. And I'm looking forward to having never built an I-beam model before. I wanted to come to the source and make sure I saw exactly what it was supposed to look like, and I want to try and recreate this structurally as close as I can, and go from there and hopefully fly it almost as well as Steve did.
What sort of engine goes into this type of plane? Since it's aerobatic, is it a really fast engine? Is it one that handles really smoothly? Like, what goes into the power behind this type of plane?
You bet. A very good question. This model was originally powered by a Fox 35, and in the aerobatic event, you don't want an engine that runs flat out or for top speed. What we're looking for is actually a very high torque motor, but fairly low RPM, and we want very constant power, very predictable, very easy handling, kind of like a tractor, rather than a quarter-mile dragster. Okay, certainly not for flat-out speed.
So, have you started working on your version of this?
I've done an incredible amount of homework, and this is really the ultimate step to come and see the Argus, because I've already developed a lot of questions, a lot of bullet points to say, what was this really like, and how do we want to attack this? And it's been eye-opening to have the model in front of us to say, oh, that's what it really is. So now that I have these questions answered, and I have so much more information and a better idea of what this model really looked like, I can go home and start cutting balsa.
That's exciting.
I'm ready. I am ready.
When do you think you'll be finished?
I definitely want to do the project justice, so it's going to take as much time as it takes. You know, it's one of those things that I don't want to rush. I want to enjoy the process.
Do you think you'll be competing in Nats with it?
I hope so. This would be eligible for the Classics Stunt event, which this model would be flown against any other design up into 1970. And this would be a very capable model for that event. I want to power it with the Fox 35,
of course.
Dope and tissue finish with the appropriate paint scheme. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great representation from that era, and just a great tribute.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming by, and I look forward to seeing it in flight.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Me neither.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Flyby at the National Model Aviation Museum. Please Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in purchasing a plan, information is available below. Also, follow us on social media for updates on flybys and other exciting things happening here at the